Hey, what's up guys, welcome back. It's your boy Mondo. On today's episode we are working on an LT1 Camaro. So this is a 2019, it has a 10-speed. Unfortunately the TCM isn't unlocked, so I have no access to tune the transmission. But today we're here for another reason. We are going to test the Katech 103mm throttle body and see if it's worth the gains. So this car has headers, flex fuel, MSD manifold, and we just added a 103mm throttle body, and we're about to check what kind of gains we can get from it. So obviously we're gonna tune the MSD in with the stock throttle body. Once that's tuned in, we are gonna jump up to the 103. So stay tuned guys. Alright, so we just got done dialing in the 91, so we now have the Katech 103 throttle body on there. It is running a rotofab. Obviously the timing and all that was dialed in prior to the 103mm because all we wanted to do was to see the gains from the throttle body or whatnot. So we're about to do the pull on it, but this is where we are at. So there we go. We made approximately 470 with the stock throttle body. So let's check out what it does on the 103. Alright guys, so we just did the pulls. This is where we're at. So this is the exact same tune. All we changed was the settings for the throttle body. So 470 right here. So peak power didn't surprise me as much as I thought it would for 474, but this low end range right here, we picked up approximately 11 horsepower and 8 foot-pounds, which is not bad. But overall, after we did some changes and stuff, we did end up picking up 8 horsepower and torque throughout the whole curve. This is obviously after dialing in the throttle body and making some adjustments for air fuel and everything. But just swapping in the new throttle body with its current data was good enough for an area of 11 horsepower in some points, but an average of 5 to 4 horsepower throughout the peak torque and horsepower area. But once we dialed it in after the adjustments and stuff, it is worth 8 to 12 horsepower and around 12 foot-pounds as well. So now that's up to you if you guys are going to buy it. Now to me, I don't know if it's worth the $650 to you guys, but to me it is, because once you get to a certain point and you want that max power, it's going to be there and it's going to cost you. So this is a full bolt-on setup. We're averaging around 474, 468, 478. So yeah, it's about as good as you can get. Max effort, NA. Obviously this is a Mustang dyno, so we're not chasing numbers, we're chasing gains. And today we saw a gain of around 20 horsepower overall with the MSD and the Katech throttle body, if not more. So it's a little hard to tell, because the last time I had this car and we tuned it out with headers, after he installed the headers, we were at 433, 438 around there, and it was a 91. So it's really hard to tell, because now we're on E70 and I can't really pinpoint the gains we got from the MSD and the Katech alone, because we now have that huge jump in octane. So that's the only difference, but that's 40 horsepower gains if we go off 91 to E85 MSD and Katech. Overall, that's, yeah, like, it's still a pretty penny, because you're now having to spend on the MSD and the Katech, but at the end of the day, building NA power is not cheap. So I'm sure if we tune the transmission, there's a little bit more we can get out of it, especially a lot more speed by tuning the transmission to shift quicker and all that. But that will be another episode, because we have to send the TCM in, and I don't know when the owner will be ready for that. So this will conclude today's episode, guys. Once again, thank you for stopping in. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you guys like, tell us what you didn't like, and I'll see you next week.